And it's not so much about where you get your protein, you know what I mean? It's really about where you gonna get your vitamin A, where you gonna get your vitamin D, vitamin B12. Like these are serious questions, you know what I mean?
Now we thinking about health now.
And I need to rap. I just go on Instagram, I hear beans, greens, potatoes, tomato. I'm like, oh, it'd be hard. I'm about to say what we really about to have for Thanksgiving this year, cause we going vegan, you know what I mean? And it was fun, lighthearted. Calls me, it's like, hey man, I got a song with Joyner Lucas and T.I. and I want you on it. I'm getting goosebumps right now, cause I remember that day. I'm like, bro, send the beat. Like now, like I'm going to work right now.
Peace and blessings. Welcome back to the channel once again, where we talk all things health and healing from a holistic perspective, and today will be no different. I got the homie in the studio with me today. These are always not even interviews. These are conversations when I bring people who are like family in with me today. Today, I have the socially conscious MC, owner of Plant-Based Drippin, originator of the vegan Thanksgiving, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, husband, father of two.
Yes.
Brother from another, my brother, Gray. Yes. Welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate you having me, dog. This is dope, man. Honored to be here, bro.
Man, I appreciate you not only for being here, but you've been there for me for spots, where there's struggle. And I tell men all the time, you gotta have brothers around you.
Man, that's vice versa for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely been there, man. Yeah. So absolutely, man. I am my brother's keeper, man.
Yeah, indeed. Spending time at the gun range, just chopping it up.
Oh yeah.
Got an event coming through. I'm coming through today. I appreciate you showing up for me, brother.
Oh, man, anytime.
Yeah, man. So for all the people out there, tell them a little bit about your superhero origin story. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like everybody has a story to tell. Mm-hmm. And I think what's beautiful is everybody's story is different. Mm-hmm. And I have enjoyed watching your journey over these last 4 or 5 years. And so give people a little bit about your superhero origin story.
Ooh, I don't know about superhero, but yeah, man. So I'm an artist. I've been doing music since some time now, you know what I mean? And but in 2016, shout out to my wife, Chef Nikki in the Mix.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going vegan, because she used to watch PETA videos.
Okay.
And these PETA videos would break her heart. She'll call me at 12 o'clock on her lunch break crying. Look what they doing to the sheep and the lambs. I'm like, cut their stupid videos off. Like, you're crying, you know what I mean? One day, she in the middle of football season, she's like, I'm going vegan. I was like, okay, you going vegan.
Do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing. I support you. I'm not putting down these chicken wings or nothing,
Right.
So I come home that night. She makes Cajun chicken Alfredo. So I'm like, I told you ain't going vegan. Let's just, we can diet a little bit. I'm eating it. She's like, this is vegan. I was like, this is chicken. She's like, no, it's fake chicken. I was like, stop playing. Open it up. I'm like, man, this tastes decent. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was chicken. So if you're talking about going vegan like this, I go vegan with you. But I'm not eating grass and kale. You know what I mean?
Right. And
then the very next morning, she turned herself into a proclaimed chef, man. Self-proclaimed chef. I walk in, there's flour all over the wall, turmeric on the table. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm making my own biscuits and gravy, vegan. So, man, after 3 months of her trying everything, I go vegan.
Yeah.
And it was really a dope experience, because the first thing that changed, first they say you're going to die, you're going to lose all this weight. But the first thing that changed that nobody told me was my mental.
Yeah.
My mental got clear. And it was like birds were chirping.
You can hear them.
Yeah, I can hear them. You know what I'm saying? Everything was bright. It was life. I don't know how to explain it, but somebody called me, because I'm a hip hop artist. So somebody called me and was like, hey bro, why you smiling in your picture so much?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me go back. I'm looking, I'm like, damn, I am cheesing. Because before I was just me mug.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So it was pouring out of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, this is dope. And I had high blood pressure. That shit went all the way. Oh, can you cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay. That shit went all the way down to past the green to the blue.
Yeah.
And so I knew I was doing something right. Thought it was cool. Wanted to create a brand that was just as cool.
Yeah.
Without being too invasive and stuff. And I created a brand called Plant-Based Drippin.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get it right off the bat, but some people didn't get it, which was also a key. It was a talking piece.
Yeah.
And we slapped it on the shirt. Plant-Based Drippin means like you get you're dripping with you're overflowing with style and flavor. You got so much sauce, it drips everywhere you go. You know, you get your swag back. That's how I felt when I went vegan. I was like, man, I just dropped 20 pounds. My skin clearing up, mental clarity's there, back don't hurt no more. I'm just, I thought it all came back. So I really found a way to transform what I've learned and put it into what I do, and that's music, and put it in there in a cool way, like put the medicine in the candy, sort of say.
Yep.
So as I changed, my music changed, and I birthed Plant-Based Drippin, and that birthed Vegan House of Pancakes. And it birthed just a health and wellness movement.
Yeah.
Just to make being healthy cool. Eat healthy, be dope.
Now, before this, correct me if I'm wrong, you were a football player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
Man, I wanted to play football since I was like 12 or 11.
Yeah. What position you play?
Linebacker.
Me too.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah.
Stop playing, man.
Not joking.
Inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So in high school, I was this tall. I was 6'2".
Yeah.
About 195 pounds.
Yeah.
So I played inside linebacker and then fullback.
Come on, man. See, they try to get me with that. I was like, I ain't big enough to be that.
You gotta have some shoulders for fullback.
Yeah, man. I loved hitting them though.
Yeah.
I loved hitting them, man.
Yeah.
But if I was 6'2", I think I'd have went to the league, man. But I'm just 2 inches too short, man.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, I grew up in South Florida, so I was a big Canes fan. So, and I was there when the era with ST, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, all these great, the 99 and 2000.
Yeah.
So when I seen them ball out, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I played ball. I got a scholarship, played linebacker in high school, got a scholarship to Jacksonville University. Started my first year on special teams.
Yeah.
And then sophomore through senior, I started as an outside linebacker.
Yep.
I look like a kicker right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if I show you old pictures, you wouldn't even believe, bro. I had no neck. Just looked
Now,
totally
I remember when I first met you, I was like, this dude got some rock-sized calves.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Tree trunks, man. Like, I used to hate the mall because I would go to the mall at that time and I would see a mannequin and the shirt is like, just fits well. I go in there, go to put it on my 2X. I need a 2X because my neck's so big. Now it's just draping off me.
Yeah.
So nothing fit me, you know what I mean?
So how was that idea of, because I know how it is, like football is about bravado.
Yeah.
About being ultra masculine because you gotta literally do some violent activity to be a really good football player, especially on defense.
Absolutely.
And so like when she approached you with the whole concept of no meat and going vegan, how was that mental trigger for you? Because I know a lot of times what'll happen is when I'm at the gym, a lot of brothers will say, well, I need my meat for my protein. I need my meat because it make me feel stronger. It make me feel more aggressive. Yeah. How was that transition for you?
Like I said, all my boys said I was gonna die. You not like you are gonna die. You're gonna lose all this weight. You looking like you sick. My parents to this day still think I'm brainwashed to this day. But you go through that, right? Especially when she told me, first of all, I was not with it. Like I just know I love chicken way too much. I'll never kick chicken ever.
Right.
When I just tried meal after meal and opened up my mind.
That flavor on it.
And then I started then you start getting into it, right? Then you start meeting other people who've been doing this for years. Then you start getting knowledge about it.
Yeah.
And it's not so much about where you get your protein, you know what I mean? It's really about where you gonna get your vitamin A, where you gonna get your vitamin D, your vitamin B12. Like these are serious questions, you know what I mean?
Now we're thinking about health now.
Right.
And wellness.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, in the beginning you think like, especially a football player or a bodybuilder, I'm gonna get my protein, bro. I eat 6 chicken breasts a day. And that's all how to bulk is what I knew how to do.
Right.
But it was all meat, man.
Yeah.
Meat and starches, whatever.
Meat and high blood pressure and everything else to come along with it.
That's interesting, man, because I had high blood pressure when I played ball. Like it's supposed to be at my peak of my athletic
I got diagnosed when I was 16.
So I'm saying?
16. Only had about 7 to 10% body fat.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
See, and that's the kicker, man. Like you take off your shirt, chisel.
Yep.
You have no idea till you slide your arm in that thing. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a risk, man. You know.
Weakness.
Yeah.
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 So, one of my earliest memories of you is the car freestyles.
Yeah.
Like you became really popular for when I saw you in the car, I was like, all right, I know I got a freestyle coming.
Yeah.
What you don't know is back in the day, I used to be in a rap group.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I used to
now
be.
You dropping bars,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So my big homie, who was actually my sister's boyfriend, was a rapper. He was from Connecticut. And I had wrote a song for him. I was like, yo, I wrote this. Like, maybe you can rap it. And he was like, he read it and he was like, nah, maybe you could rap this. He was like, yeah, this is good. So we ended up, forming a little small group, doing a couple of tours at colleges.
You got to drop that group name, man. You got to drop that group name, man. You can't just skip over that. But we'll talk off there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so I fell in love with hip hop like really early. So like when I saw you in the car, it took me back because that was what it was for. It was a beat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was always a beat.
Yep.
And when you see somebody in the car and I saw you, I knew you were about to freestyle. So I got into rap initially through poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like a poet. Like that was the way I expressed myself.
Yep.
Sort of like Tupac did.
Mm-hmm.
How did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, as soon as I heard, it's the thuggish, ruggish bomb, like, who is this? Man, instantly. Now, unknown to anybody, I grew up listening to classic rock.
Okay, got you.
My introduction to hip hop was Bone Thugs and Harmony at 9 years old. But before that, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, you know what I'm saying? This stuff my mom liked. So that's why I gravitated toward.
Got you.
As soon as I heard Bone Thugs, I'm like, oh, yeah, move over, Beethoven. Like, yeah, give me some Bone. So when I heard Thuggish Ruggish Bone, man, I just knew right then and there, I'm going to be the sixth member. I'm going to be you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a hip hop artist. And I kept it with me since 9 years old, man. Like, even when you go through school, you go through ups and downs, you got to go through, people saying it's not going to work. There's a million other rap. I just knew. I still, to this day, it's 100% clear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And most people say that, like, it's a knowing.
Oh, yeah.
Not a belief, not a thought, but a knowing when you know something is for you.
For sure.
And it takes a lot to overcome all of the bad mouthing, the naysaying, that tells you that this isn't for you because it doesn't make sense for them. So it takes a lot to be able to overcome that, especially, being a man of color. Like the first thing people tell us when we either want to be an athlete or be a rapper is like, okay, again, so I commend you on staying true to that.
And for people that get discouraged, it's like, they're not supposed to see your vision because I physically can't see what you're seeing right now.
Right.
It's your vision.
Right.
They're not supposed to get it.
Right.
It's for you to see, but you got to see it wholeheartedly and don't guess that. If you can see it, don't worry about what other people can't see it.
Right. Your goggles.
Yeah, it's your goggles.
Everybody glasses don't work for everybody.
Exactly, bro. Everybody's running their own race.
Yeah. And one of the things I first remember kind of took off for you was the vegan Thanksgiving freestyle.
Yeah.
I had never heard of the song. I mean, apparently it was a gospel song.
Yeah.
You know,
he took it from, Yeah.
And, at least the hook part.
Yep.
And I remember hearing it and the way he flipped it. And then the way you came in on it. And then the way we were going with it during the whole video.
Yeah.
And then I just started seeing it everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I mean, and it was like almost prophetic because I think around that time we were leading into the holidays.
For sure.
And so, tell me about how that goes because you've been in love with hip hop since a kid. And now you just rapping. I don't know, what were your thoughts around this freestyle? Like, what were you trying to accomplish? Were you just freestyling or were you trying to create something? Because the thing is, like, I don't know, from my perspective, that's when I saw you kind of go up. So tell me, what were your thoughts when you created the freestyle?
Well, shout out, I got to go back. Shout out to my partner, Quentin Salary.
Okay.
He actually was another linebacker I played ball with.
Okay.
He calls me in 2012 and it's like, bro, you need to freestyle in your car. Just post videos of you freestyling in your car.
Yeah.
I was like, man, all right. So in 2012, I started freestyling in my car every single Friday.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I probably missed 8 to 10 weeks out of a 2-year period. You know what I mean? So now, well, this is the end of 2012. So now we getting into 2013, 2014. That video happened in 2016. I've been rapping every
Yep.
Friday since then, right?
Right.
And as an artist, those are my hardest bars. I was like, coming up with all this. I had so much anger, and I felt like as soon as I press play, I'm gonna go viral.
Right.
Never went viral.
Right.
And then Nikki said we going vegan. So boom, I'm in this vegan
2016.
lifestyle now. 2016. Now I'm in this vegan lifestyle for like 3 months. But it's Friday and I need to rap. I just go on Instagram. I hear beans, greens, potatoes, tomato. I'm like, oh, it'd be hard. I'm about to say what we really about to have for Thanksgiving this year because we going vegan, you know? And it was fun, lighthearted. I post that and I almost didn't post it because nobody knows if I took a breath in there that I didn't want in that video. And I was like, I'm about to delete this, man. But I was in my parking lot of my job and I had like a 30-minute break.
Yeah.
And my 30-minute break was up like, whatever, man. I just post that. Post it. Go in there. 30 minutes later, open it up. Got 1,500 views. Now, mind you, I met Shaq 3 days before, posted him on Instagram. It got me 800 views in 3 days. I had 4,000 followers. That was the biggest amount of views.
Yeah.
For me to post something at 30 minutes and go 1,500, I say, Nikki. Hey, something going on. I go like this to refresh it, 3,000 and something. Like within seconds. I'm like, oh, no, this thing going out of here.
Right.
It just starts going, man. Then I seen when Russell Simmons reposted that video.
Right.
I really thought I made it. I ran across, say, Nigga, we about to be rich. Like I hit the jackpot. Yeah. I went from 4,000 followers on that Friday to what was it? It was 35,000 the next day.
Yeah.
Then it was like 50 on Sunday Sunday, and then by Monday it leveled out to like I think it was like 60-something thousand.
Yeah.
And
so 60,000 followers essentially in a course of 4 days.
Man. Yeah. And I didn't know anything about the vegan community. They came out in droves, man. And then so I didn't like write with any intentions other than just to talk, have a transparent moment about what we having for dinner on Thanksgiving and just rap and just be fun. Yeah. Didn't think I can point to 100 other videos that I think this one should go viral. Not that
go crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it works, man.
Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about creation and manifesting what you want in life. It is never going to be what you think it is.
Ooh.
But it is your commitment and discipline to keep the work going that actually solves the problem for you. That's always been the equation of my life. The things that I never expect are going to be the things that change everything. Yeah, so that's really dope. Now, growing up, my top five rappers was Nas, Rakim, Andre 3000, Tribe Called Quest, and Wu-Tang. Now, I know those are two groups at the end, but those are my favorites.
Yeah.
Who were some of the people who inspired you growing up in hip-hop?
Now, this is going to sound so crazy. Because for the record, I hate top 5. I hate top 10.
That's why I said who were some of the people.
Right. I love how you question that. So obviously, Bone Thugs and Harmony, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The second one going to really throw you for a loop. Trick Daddy. I mean, like, man.
That first verse could be my bag of jeans and my gold teeth that made me different, y'all. I ain't tripping, dog.
But listen, dog, I was raised different, y'all. Doing my thing, yeah. Being from South Florida, I mean, he was the pinnacle before Kodak is where Kodak is now. That's what Trick was, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So everybody in Florida listened to him. So I was heavily influenced by him. Third one gonna throw you for a loop too. Tech Nine.
Okay, got you.
Tech Nine. And I picked up so many things from each one of these artists, you know what I mean? But if I had to say the 5, like just say 5 who influenced me the most, for sure, Bone, Trick, Tech Nine, Tupac, and
Trick Daddy.
Did I say Trick Daddy already?
Yeah.
I already said Trick Daddy.
Okay, got you.
I think I did. I don't know. But I mean, you could throw in Outkast for sure, or T.I. or Lil Wayne, or you know what I mean?
Got you. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, in the 90s, that's when I primarily grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listening to hip hop, there was like so much talent. And the difference was everybody was a different personality.
Yep.
Nobody sounded like LL.
It was cold.
Nobody sounded like Nas. Nobody sounded like the Wu-Tang. Nobody sounded like Tribe Called Quest.
Yep.
Nobody sounded like Tupac. Nobody sounded like Biggie.
No.
Everybody, it was like so much talent.
Yep.
And it was so easy to listen to because you know you was getting something different when you listened to it because
Right.
it was almost warranted you had to be different.
Oh no, you did.
You had to be different.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was like, yo, you
still in
biting.
this? Yeah, you biting, bro. Like, yeah, man.
You know, as opposed to today, like the music then was like conscious, it was relevant, and I could identify with it.
Mhm.
Like you could listen to the music and you'll take a song, and there were songs that I would listen to like all day, one song.
Yep. Yep.
Wouldn't even be able to get through an album. When you would listen to an album,
Yeah.
you would listen to an album for like a year.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, so like it was totally different. So today is super different. I'm really picky with the artists that I choose
Mhm.
today.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying that hip hop isn't good today,
Mhm.
but the vibrations of hip hop today is very different from before. And so I'm so super picky. So I listen to artists like J. Cole, Donnie Arcade, or Kendrick Lamar,
Yep.
La Russell, yourself,
Yep.
etc. Because hip hop can sometimes sound like programmed violence and hate.
Yeah.
And I really do believe that when you think about music, it is a form of programming.
Oh, for sure.
You know, if you listen to love music, guess what? You're gonna love more.
Oh man.
You know, and so what made you choose to be more socially conscious in your expression of music, considering we know that now if you trendy, that's what blows.
Yep.
And you don't have to be different.
Right. Well, for me, it was when I went vegan.
Okay.
Okay. So when I changed my diet, like I said, the first thing that changed was my mind.
Okay.
Outside of being like more clear minded and like just happy, I started diving in and learning about food injustices. Cause that at that moment when I was changing my diet, I was like, I want to know about this. Hold on, they lied to me about milk. Wait, they lied to me about this. So I started diving in. And then when I've always been transparent in my music. So once I started learning it, I just start putting it out there in the music. And you can hear a transition how my music,
Yep.
in my opinion, I think all artists should evolve. You know, if you're in your 19, 20, you talking about selling dope, but now you in your 30s and you living that, and now you got family. Let's talk about it. Don't still talk about like you still in the trap, but you ain't been in there in years, but you sending these young kids, you know. That's just another rant. But
Yeah.
I think that when I changed my diet, that's when I changed my music changed, and I really said, okay, I know how to make words rhyme. I always know how to make words rhyme, but is someone learning something from this?
Yep.
What's the benefit of someone? You know what I'm saying? Listening to my music, is it going to help someone evolve? So I just started dropping the medicine and the candy.
Yeah.
And I started realizing the lane that I was sort of carving out, or like, I'm not saying I'm the first to carve out that lane, but
Yeah.
I think like I got it. I got the equation where it's like, okay, you got to stay on the new beats.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to go with, you don't got to go with their flow, but you got to step into their flow sometime and so that they can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you just come, a hip hop, a 1, 2, it's the next. They ain't gonna eat 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But if you put it in there over a hard ass beat, you maybe talk about a little bit of something, nothing, and then drop something in the middle.
Yeah.
Just like Tupac did on How Do You Want It?
Yeah.
That's a sexual song. How do you feel? In the middle of, he talking about Bob Dole. You too old to understand the way the game go. Dolores Tucker, you a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even though Dolores was, probably right, but he was dropping social, like political messages, right, just slap dead in the middle of a verse. And just bounce right out of it.
Got you.
That's what, because I know the power of music, you know what I mean? And I understand everybody don't learn their ABCs off of music.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Have you thought about, with the talent you have, the opportunities that you could possibly be losing as a result of staying in the socially conscious lane? I think about that because, two of my favorite artists also were like Talib Kweli and Mos Def.
Yeah.
But I've loved that over the years they stayed true to who they were and what their music was about.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about like the opportunities that don't always come as a result of not being in that trendy, sound like everybody line?
I don't know. I think like, because I'm always been a transparent artist, so I'm just like, I just feel like this is gonna work. Like, how could this not work? And then people are like, showing me every day that a lot of the money and funding is going to our destruction. It's going to the artists that have no talent, that are just they're not business savvy. They don't even love the art of hip hop. They don't cherish. You know what I mean? They just it's a quick money grab for them. So have I thought about it? Not really, because I'm still in my mind. I'm there. Like I'm gonna get in that space, and I love Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Mos Def is probably one of the best actors from an artist. You know what I'm saying? That came from an artist. I love how he got into Hollywood.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. But didn't sell his soul. Didn't you know what I'm saying? Here's a Coke can. Or whatever. You can bleep that out. But you know what I'm saying? He stood true on his morals and principles and still had doors open for him.
Yeah. Two of my favorite songs of yours, I was telling you earlier, are All I Ever Wanted. Yeah, which is funny because that was the one that almost didn't make the album.
Didn't make it, man. I was definitely not feeling it, but
yeah, it did. Especially "Scared of Us." You did a collaboration with T.I., Joyner Lucas, and I think Kyle.
Yeah.
And what I thought was dope about it when I first heard it, I'm like, damn, T.I. opened up on the song. He closed that joint out.
Oh man,
what was that experience like?
Man, shout out to Fort Knox.
Okay.
Shout out my brother Fort Knox. If anybody knows Fort Knox, you know that he's been in the hip hop game, especially in the Atlanta scene, for a long time. He hosts all the hip hop shows. He has the hardest handshake in America. This man will break your home. He's like Jax. You ever play with Jax on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
One arm. That's him, man. He's the man. He calls me up. He's like, "Yo, son, where you at right now?" I'm like, "Bro, what's up, man? You all right?" He's like, yo, I got a big opportunity for you. And he says it, man. And I'm just like, what? They want me to get on. The producer, KO, shout out to KO.
Mm-hmm.
KO, New Fort Knox, was like, look, I'm putting together a project and I want to bring some of the greats who have done it and then merge them with up-and-coming artists that fit the same kind of lane and merge them together.
Yeah.
Fort Knox recommended me to KO. It was like, man, you heard Gray? He plays on my music. He's like, oh yeah, call him. Calls me. He's like, hey man, I got a song with Joyner Lucas and T.I. and I want you on it. I'm getting goosebumps right now because I remember that day. I'm like, bro, send the beats like now. Like I'm going to work right now. Man, he sent that beat and he didn't send their verses. He called me out to his house. I went to his house and then he played me the verses.
Yeah.
And then he stopped right after T.I. verse or Joyner Lucas verse. And he looked at me like, you ready? Like, man, hell yeah, man. Give me one day, just one day, and I'll write it. And I wrote it. And so I didn't get in the studio, you know what I mean, with them two brothers. It was a producer
for
collab thing.
For sure.
But I don't think I've never met Joyner, but me and Tip, see each other afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Yeah, it'd be amazing how those opportunities come out of nowhere and you just gotta be ready.
Man, for real. And it's really just staying consistent. You know what I mean? And just doing what you love to do being consistent in it. That's what about that opportunity.
Yeah. So what are some of the social issues and concerns? Because in that rap, y'all talking about some social issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are some of the social issues and concerns that you talk about that pertains to what's going on in our community?
Food, you name it, man. Food injustice, social injustice, education injustice, healthcare injustice. I mean, once you see the world for what it really is and not what they tell you it is, you can't turn that off, man. It's like you got these. My man Dick Gregory said you got these magic glasses. You know what I'm saying? They come with 3 rules. You can't force them on nobody. You can't try like take them off, and you can't you got to see things for what they are and what they tell you. So
can't see the lies no more.
Nah, man. Like once I learned about redlining laws, like come on, dog. Like I did not know they sat there and took a red marker, looked at a map, was like, yep, this neighborhood ain't gonna have resources. Neither this one either. And then you grow up in this society, and you're like, oh, it's our fault that we're living in ghettos, and like it wasn't designed for us, and when we forced into these sections, So first thing that happened with me was food injustice, right? So I started learning all about it because I was I was drinking a gallon of milk a day, and me and my mom would beef.
Yeah.
She would go to the store, buy a gallon of milk on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, it's gone.
Yeah.
I drank the whole, because they said it was you know, it's good.
Strong bone.
Yeah, you want a strong bone, so I want to be the strongest legit. So I'm like, drinking all the milk. Find out that it's actually bad for you. Like, whoa, hold on, food pyramid,
Yeah.
all made up. I learned about like just random stuff, man, like toothpaste. I remember these people coming in my 3rd grade class saying, look for toothpaste that says ADA approved. Those are the ones the dentists are approved. So then you find out fluoride is in toothpaste and what
Right.
fluoride does to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, damn, it still say ADA on there.
Yeah.
You know, then I find out about the FDA. So it's heavy. It's a packed question. But at first I used to be a water hose. I want to tell everybody about everything I've learned. And
Yeah.
you come off kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect. So I now I try to put the medicine in the candy about all of that.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, and just let it grow. If it don't grow today, that's cool. I'm just not gonna push it on you no more. You know what I mean? Just everyone grows in their own time. But food injustice, social injustice, especially around 2020.
Yeah.
That's when we
everything
linked up.
was going crazy.
Man, and Ahmaud Arbery, man. You know what I mean? That brother changed my whole life around that time.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Second Amendment in this country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Changed my whole outlook on that.
Which is why we started going to the gun range.
Why we started going to the gun range. It's the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
This is what when I go out to do shows now, if you're an American, make some noise.
Mhm.
Everybody, right? If you know what that Second Amendment is, make some noise. And then you hear it gets a little shorter, but don't skip over that. DJ, play that. Boom, then he'll play the record. Like, it's number 2 for a reason. You know what I mean? So we just need to be tapped into it and be legal, registered firearm holders. It's not to be walking around brandishing. It's really to, protect yourself and
family.
And then having kids. Then I learned about the educational, you know what I mean? Like the indoctrination of this country. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And I had to protect them from that too. So
got you.
It all started with the food, man.
Yeah, I got you. And so, like, one of the things I see now that is becoming really popular in general in our community is entrepreneurship and ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see it a lot in artists like yourself, La Russell, Tory Lanez, other guys like that. And so, even within myself, like working in the hospital, I knew it wasn't possible for me to stay in the hospital. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. My goals are different from their goals. And so I knew I had to become an entrepreneur and start to figure out how I can create purpose within a business.
Yep.
And so I've seen that also with you. I see you grinding with the Plant-Based Drippin.
Come on.
I see you doing the shows, hosting vegan festivals.
And some peace.
Paying some peace, baby.
Come on, man.
And how important is it to you to be in ownership and be an entrepreneur when it comes to being free, and especially when it comes to being a family man?
You just answered it right there, man. Like, I didn't realize, well, I've always realized that, like, the hip hop game in this industry that I'm in, it's a very there's business practices that are not in the artist's favor at all. All of our greats that we grew up on from the soul of 70s and even 60s, they all been screwed in their contracts.
Yeah.
Your favorite, the one they throw on Hall of Fame, like barely getting checks right now. Their families are barely getting checks. So as you start to educate yourself on this, it's like, and you're seeing the way it's going, everything's digitalized now. They just took an album from $20. It used to be $20. Took it straight down to cut it in half, $9.99.
Yeah.
And then tells you, then wants all of us to pay for all the studio time, record all this music, and just throw it. Actually, I gotta pay to put it on these platforms. Then I get 0.000314 per stream type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the game has changed. Back then, we didn't have access to distribution. We had to go through the label.
Yeah.
You couldn't just upload something on Instagram. There wasn't Instagram.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go drop your project in Sacramento, California, you literally had to ship it up and take it over there. You can't just, you know what I mean? So as the game changed, you had to find creative ways to stay ahead.
Okay.
And I love what La Russell's doing.
Yeah.
I love Nipsey Hussle. I love Tech Nine is the number one most he's the number one most selling independent artist. He's the
Yeah.
first independent artist to sell 1 million records
Got you.
independently. So I knew like there's a business side to this game, and I went to school for business.
Yeah.
So I think the shift happened for me is just when the beans, greens, and potatoes and it start kicking off, and I'm starting rubbing elbows with people. I'm like, oh wait, I need a business. You know what I mean? Like I want to be. Let's turn this into a business. So I came up with Plant-Based Drippin, and then that opened my mind to entrepreneur. I'm like, whoa, I just made a week, 2 weeks pay
Yeah.
in 4 hours. Like, whoa, hold on, man, something to this. And then you meet entrepreneurs that are in this walk. And you're like,
Take a little bit from here, a little bit
Yes.
from over there.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then that's how you get financially free, right? Then you have kids.
Yeah.
And if I want to pull them out the school system and put them in homeschool and alternative forms of school, that costs money.
Yep.
So now it's life or death for me because I can't go work 10, 12 hours a day and leave my child being raised by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like that gives me the freedom to put them in alternative forms of school. And I can't quit that, man, because that's my life now. Like I gotta protect them, man. If I throw them in the school system, a lot of people, and it's not. I don't want to bash nobody that is, but my personal decision, you know what I mean, is they're raising the right way, and I think that's a big motivating factor for me to stay not just one business, be a serial entrepreneur. Just keep opening business and pass her. My daughter's name's Keely. Keely's Cookies. Okay, that's coming soon. You know what I mean? You start making cookies, we'll sell them. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha. And that's honestly one of the things I hold you in high regard for. Being a family man and a father. You know, I can tell that those are the two roles that is like a happy place for you. And especially seeing you with your daughters.
Oh man.
And
they get big, boy.
Yeah. And I think being a father and a husband is one of the most revolutionary things that you can do today, especially when you look at how social media is set up and society is set up. They don't want us to be together, you know, in our community. So what does it mean to be a family man and a father to you?
Like responsibility, obligation, purpose, like 3 things, like just right off the top, like that's just what you have to do. That's what you're here for. Like it's not. I just never got with anybody who could have kids and just leave them.
Yeah.
Like don't even care where they at.
Yeah.
Like that's just not in my DNA, man. So, and for me, like my parents weren't together in the household.
Yeah.
So, it's work. Like I want the Fresh Prince. Like I want the family that all comes down. We sitting at the table together. We joking. We laugh. I never had that. You know, I had split family situations. So I knew that when I had, first of all, I was the last of my friends to have kids. I knew everyone was telling me like, man, you need to do it without I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying, without a rubber. I don't want to get to. All of them would say, "Don't use it, man. You don't know what you miss." I'm like, yeah. All of y'all got kids. That's how you get kids.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not having kids till I had 33 in my mind. That was my number, man.
Yeah.
And then I had a child, and I was like, look, I want this television network family. Realizing I didn't come from that, so I had to deal with trauma. You know what I'm saying? And to get this work, you know, the way your grandparents stay together for 40-something, 50-something years, that's work, man.
Yeah.
It's if you think they all peachy all the time, like, then they ain't giving you the full story. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work at that. So to me, it's vital. I mean, there's no other way around it. Now I'm here. I got 2 girls that I'll be with them for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
rest of their life, I'm gonna always be there. If you say, "Daddy, I hate you," on Monday, I'm calling you Tuesday. You still hate Daddy? I'll call you on Wednesday. You still hate me? Come on, man. You know what we doing? So, I just think that's our right, you know.
And purpose in life. Yeah, because I love the dynamic that you and Nikki have. You guys look like a team. You look like teammates. You know, Shaq and Kobe, and I'm sure like some days you Shaq, some days she's Kobe, and it switches or what have you. But you know, but it looks like you guys share a lot of the same values. And I think that's really important, when it comes to raising children and having a beautiful relationship.
Sure enough.
How important do you think it is that you find somebody that you're aligned with when it comes to a relationship, especially when you have a different lifestyle?
It's vital, man. It's vital, especially before kids are involved.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta know, you want to know the intentions, like where, what's her goals, what's his goals. Make sure y'all align when it comes to having kids. What are your what do you see your children going to school? Do you see them? How do you see them eating or everything? Because it could be a nightmare story if you have a child
Yeah.
with that person and y'all are not on the same
And you
page.
don't you find out when the child is here.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
everything is lovey dovey, and then when that child come, it get real.
Yeah.
And I just knew that from the jump. I call her, I call her three things, man. Chef Nikki in the mix. I call her Sister Malcolm. Okay, Sister Malcolm is the one who really puts me on game, bro. And I'm the one that just spits it out in rhyme form. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to Nikki, man. She and then Animal Bay.
Okay.
That was the other one. But having the right the same vision for and family plan,
Yeah.
and that goes everything. That goes birthing plan. That's your goal. Like all that have to
Whole
align.
vision.
And I wouldn't say that y'all both have to be on the same page right away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people are open minded, maybe to evolving. They don't, just being open minded to changing their traditions,
Yeah.
but maybe not right out the front. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And some people are still figuring it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's vital that y'all get on the same page for sure. 'Cause I'm seeing it. I got boys that are, got baby mamas that are on totally different type of time.
Yeah.
And my partner's like righteous. He wants the education, the food, everything. He stands over there. His child is getting
McDonald's.
everything. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like that right there. Just hearing that like
Yeah.
infuriates me. Like,
Gotcha.
boy,
Gotcha.
that made me hot.
Gotcha. So last few questions.
Mm-hmm.
What mark you want to leave on the world?
Man, I think about that all the time. But it changes, man. Now I think I want to just be known for someone who helped um incorporate like health and wellness back into hip hop,
Yeah.
or use that tool of hip hop to help change lives and to be just a more better person, whether it's like someone picked up something I said about food, about the education, about political. It don't even matter. Just I want someone to be like, man, he changed my life. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
and really put my mark in hip hop as someone who, right now, I would love to say like I would love if my plans go out as right in my head. 70 years from now, I'd be like, man, it was a surge of independent artists when hip hop was dying.
Yeah.
And these brothers came back and like brought it back because it's real life right now. When they say like hip hop is dying, like
Yeah.
it's for real,
Yeah.
man.
For sure.
It could be if it keeps going like it'll be a genre that's what's the genre of music that came and went? Techno, or it was one of those that just came and it just fizzled out.
Yeah. Indeed.
And if we don't control it, because we never control rap music. We've always controlled hip hop. We never control rap music. Rap music is getting the shine right now.
Right.
That's why you got a champion artist like Nipsey Hussle, Lil Russell, changing the whole game on
Yeah.
how it looks.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, you're like, man, I just want to get signed, man. I want to go on tour. You don't even know what comes with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to hear all these stories like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
How can I get around that beast? You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And so these artists I'm highly fond of, man, because they really changing the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what projects do you have coming up?
Woo, let's go, baby. Man, well, Vegan Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? That's coming this month. That's a yearly event that you already know, brother. You pull up, man. You got the place for you, man. We got three chefs, 2 DJs, all the games, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then me and Trans Lee, we damn near became a group called Trans Lee and Gray.
Yeah.
So we got a single out right now called On the Way, OTW.
Yeah.
And our project drops Black Friday.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then me and Sway got a joint project. So he did the first breaks.
Yep.
And now we're gonna bring the breaks 2 out.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, man.
Gotcha.
And then Plant Some Peace. Plant Some Peace is a new business venture. This is a collaboration of brands. I have Plant-Based Drippin. Trans Lee has Inner Peace, Outer Glow, which deals with mental wellness.
Yeah.
So we combine them to plant some peace, man. You never know what to grow if you plant some peace. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's that. Vegan House of Pancakes. Come on, man. The best pancakes in the land. Follow us on Instagram. You know what I mean? Nikki's Fat Ass Cakes. That's it right there. Plantbaseddrippin.com, man.
Yeah, and a friend. I'm asking for a friend. They said, could you spit a verse before we get out of here? Just a little quick verse. Just a little quick verse.
I knew you was gonna
My friend asked me. It wasn't me, bro.
Oh, man.
Just a little something to the camera, man.
I knew he was gonna do that. Whoo. Which one do I do, man? Oh, man. It's getting hostile. Flow colder than a winter out in Moscow. Sending chills through the body, still hot enough to ride through the winter with the top down. Wish I had $1 for every dream that was shot down. You can keep the money and the props now. Man, damn.
That's enough.
I knew you was gonna do it, man.
The fire.
Right.
I appreciate you, brother.
Nah, that's all love. Thank you, man.
You. Last question of the day. If you ruled the world, how would you heal our people?
Oh, if I ruled the world.
You got one wish. How you gonna heal them?
One wish. One, to free everybody, all us. Man, that's a loaded question, bro. I don't know, man.
Something. I know you got something in there. I hear it in your rhymes, bro.
I mean, well, if it was just one, everybody get land. Like, I don't know. I mean, everybody gets land that's tax free. You ain't got to pay nothing. And then with that land, you can grow your food,
plant some peace,
grow a community. Not need for nothing.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I appreciate this conversation with you, bro.
Absolutely, man. It's dope, man.
Appreciate you showing up for me. All right, people, I appreciate you for tuning in today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow my man, Gray. Tell them where they can follow you real quick.
Man, follow me on Instagram at Official Grey Music. That's Grey Music on Instagram. Plant-Based Drippin on Instagram. Translate and Gray, like the letter N and Grey. Translate and Gray on Instagram.
Gotcha. Until the next time, peace and blessings and Godspeed.